What's good, y'all? Today I'm back with another video after vanishing like someone's dad for 8 months. And today I'm going to be covering pretty much everything you need to know if you're starting out on Arcane Lineage or just looking for some extra information, even if you're advanced. Could be useful. And I'm going to start from the very basics. If you're looking for more advanced like tips and tricks and all that stuff, just go through the timestamps throughout the video. They'll have names and such. So we're going to be beginning with the preliminary basics, which are literally everything you need to know to start out, and that we start with these two down here. Now, the yellow one is obviously your money. You get this by selling at this dude over here. And he has a bunch of options. If you talk to him, I would like to sell some stuff. You can in bulk and blueprints in bulk, scrolls in bulk, or just appraise. But I'm not holding anything, so he'll not give me anything. Now, this here is the blacksmith. He'll make you armors. These two are the explorer and the shadow crook you can get for money. If you're struggling, you can just come here, get some money from him. Here is the bank. And I'm just going to be showing you all the important stuff. Here is the starter quest, I would say. If you're starting out, always take this guy's quest. It's just kill a bunch of slimes and you get a good skill called Days. Here's the tavern. This guy can heal you for free if you're on normal mode, and 25 in hard mode, and 50 gold in legendary mode. Difficulties I'll explain in a bit, but in here is the guy that can change your face if you look ugly. And back there is something I'll go into later. It ties into enchants. You can play blackjack with this guy here, but I don't recommend gambling, kids. So after that, we go over here. This guy has requests for you, slime eradication, slime investigation, etc, etc. And you just talk to him. He'll update you on how your progress is going. In here is all the weapons you need. For warrior, it's broadsword. For slayer, it's spear. For wizard, it's obviously old staff. For thief, it's dagger. And for martial artist, it's the Ferrus. And last thing you need to know is over here is the guy that basically sells you ingredients and shit like that, or you sell ingredients to him. He's like the alchemist seller if you have alchemist. This guy is a quest we'll dive into later. This is an important elixir here, which can be useful. It basically stops all encounters, and what encounters are, well, I'm pretty sure you know already. Whenever you go outside into a hostile area, there's a chance you get an encounter when you stay there. However, if you have an important elixir, there's I think a sub 100, 99.99% chance you don't get an encounter. But there is a small chance. Now, let's dive into the other basics. This blue thing here, next to gold, represents your essence. Essence is pretty much your XP. Since there's no XP bar here, you don't automatically level up. I'll be leaving a list of all the essence you need to level up per level. But once you have, say, 25 at level 1, you come over here after killing some slimes. You come over here, you press M on one of these pads, and you start meditating. And in a second, you'll go into this little space, spirit domain, and over there is the soul tree, and I'll explain the soul tree in a second. And over here is where you actually level up. If you have enough essence, you talk to him, and then he'll say, for one level, you need this much essence. For me, it's 1,600. At the moment, I'm glitched a little. And if you press it, he'll just give you a screen of stats. Now, stats work in two ways. They give you flat stats and scaling. Now, strength obviously gives you more physical damage. That's just straight up, but some classes scale off strength, which you can check on the Trello. I'll leave a link in the description. Arcane obviously gives you more magic damage. All spells do more damage. And some classes also scale off of them, like the Verdant Archer, or just Ranger. Endurance gives you health. Luck gives you better drop rates, better crit damage, better crit chance. Speed is just more block chance, or block window, more dodge window, and just a bit quicker. As you can see, I run a bit quicker. Now, if we come over here, you can talk to him, the soul interlink. Now, how this works is you have 3 skill trees, and you can acquire basically skill points, or otherwise known as soul points, by completing certain actions. I'll put these actions up on screen right now. Some might seem a little unfamiliar to you with the whole legendary thing, but I'll explain that also in a second. But the main thing you need to know, if you do get soul points, if you have a friend that can give you an artifact on all 4 of your slots, also I should mention, only 4 of your slots, the first ones, give you points. If you can get some free points, like getting a superclass on a legendary or just grinding it out a little bit, what I recommend going is don't touch either of these until the entirety of the left path of health is maxed. Then regen, so you regenerate every turn. You would regen 2 to 4 per turn, depending. And then encounter regen, which after winning an encounter, it's very important that you get encounter regen, because with all 4, you pretty much heal like 40% of your health after. So it pretty much eliminates any need to go to the doctor really after you have maxed it. I'll have an in-depth guide on how to farm soul points efficiently, but this is not the video for that. I also have a video for you guys to get gold in that, but that's also for another video. Now, after you get to level 5 by killing these slimes, yada yada, you'll obviously want to progress to the next one. And if you haven't bought a weapon by that point, and if you have gotten enough, if you want the Slayer, which is a spear class, get a spear, the yada, it's obvious. But once you get that, I'll be showing you all of the basic locations. So I'm going to be starting with Thief, then moving to Warrior, then Spear, then Wizard, and then Martial Artist. The Thief is just this way, down where the blacksmith is, to the corner, right behind this house here. And his skills cost 50 each, and he'll cost 200 in total. Give you the skills. Now if we go over here, just this way, towards the bank from the middle, the Warrior is just outside the city here. Same with the Thief, 50 per skill, 4 skills, 200 in total. These are kind of dangerous, the 3. The Spear, otherwise known as Slayer, the Mage, aka the Wizard, and the Fist class, aka the Martial Artist. As you see, that Wizard tower over there is the Mage class, but I would recommend, I'll show you that after I show you Spear, because Spear is just past these rocks here. I should also mention this, but I'll cover these plants in a second. And bam, you're here. And he shares the same price as the other ones, 200 for all, 50 for each. Now, and the requirement is level 5. And bam, you're here. And he shares the same price as the other ones, 200 for all, 50 for each. Now, and the requirement is level 5, if you did not get the gist of it. Now here, it might seem a bit weird because the Wizard Tower does not actually have any doors or any very obvious things. As you can see, it's pulsing, which these pulses indicate where the magical ladder is. And you can just travel up it, and then you're at the Wizard. Now, the Wizard is unique, the class itself, because it only costs 40 per skill, and there's only 3 skills. So it's the cheapest base class rocking it at 120 gold. Sorry for the stuttering. But that's about it. Now for Martial Artist, I'll be just cutting back to the start. Alright. Once you're at the start again, if you want to go Martial Artist, just go straight from where the Dazed guy is and the healer. Go straight here. Take a slight left. And then just go straight. He is kind of unique. He costs 55 per skill, I believe, so that would make all of his skills like 220 gold in total. But I would say it's worth it. Martial Artist is one of the most powerful overall classes. And I'll be showing all the branches of the skill or the classes later, if you guys are interested. Now I'll be explaining this little plant I did not mention before. This is called Everthristle. And Everthristle is basically required for, I think, at least 70% of all superclasses, which are the evolution of the classes I just showed you. These spawn all around spawn. The most common locations are one right over there, as you can see, in that between that tree and the rock. More is towards this, and just all around in a circle to the spawn, but they do not spawn outside of it. Now, I'll also be covering ores. If if you've been getting blueprints from monsters, I'll be showing you where the ores are. Now, the ores are located the same place that Spear Trainer is, or the Ferrus and the Aegis ores, I believe they're called. They're just located here. This in here. This one I think is the Ferrus one, and this may be the Aegis. So you take these if you need them, and if not, otherwise. Now, I recommend staying in this area until you're level 15. Refine your skills, get better at the game, because the higher areas really require you to have some soul points in to be a little bit stronger than starting point. I'd say just get some equipment that you can, and now I'll be explaining equipment. Equipment comes in a few different qualities, I think ranging from broken, old, average, pristine, corrupted, and blessed. Up to corrupted, I believe in the starting area you can get up to corrupted, but they will only be tier 1. For example, speed would be tier 1, but I do not have any haste right now, but the upgrade of speed would be haste. Now, that has the same like ring to it. How you see I have the earring of luck, but the necklace of fortune. Fortune is the upgraded version of luck, and all it does is basically it's a percentile of your own stat, so it grows with you. So in the end, you end up with a lot of additional stats here. But once you've gotten to around level 15, on the way to level 15, collect as many Everthristle as you can. Just walk around when you're trying to get an encounter, just pick them up. Now, once you've gotten to level 15, things will speed up a little bit. Now, what I mean by that is, depending whether you want orderly or chaotic, you'll have to either go back there towards the tundra for orderly, and in the desert for chaotic. And I'll be starting with just towards the tundra if you want orderly. You need 33 Everthristle, and then just head towards where I'm going. I'll be speeding it up if you want orderly to get some ingredients. So, watch along. Once you reach this scaffolding here, you're pretty much already there. And there's actually 2 Superclass trainers here that I'll be showcasing later. But for now, we'll skip over them since I want to do it in one batch later, so it's not confusing. Up here, you will see this is a slime statue for the slime race, which I cannot show you at the moment since I've never gotten it before. But these are what you would call cryostems, and they spawn all over here. And there's 9 in total at the start, but you'll have to wait for at least 2 extra, because in total you need 11 cryostems and 33 Everthristle to create the potions for the orderly class. Now, the recipe is 3 Everthristle and 1 cryostem. You make 11, you drink them, but however, take caution that when you do drink them, just know they will take 10% of your health, so stay near the doctor or a safe place. You don't want to get soft locked, because your dumbass just drank it randomly. No, I'd say get at least 12, because alchemy can be a little weird, and it can screw you up. It can screw you over pretty badly. No, if that is for orderly, and you also need to do some other quests as well that I'll show you. Now, I'll be heading back, and I'll show you the other steps to getting the orderly classes. So see you there. All right. So once you're back at town, now I'll be showing you how to get the chaotic version, the chaotic ingredients for this. Instead of going over there, you need to turn your direction over here and head to the desert. Now, before you go to the desert, I should inform you that there is a fast travel method, but you do not have it unlocked at the start of your character. You have to register locations like this. But I've already registered the location here. You already start with this registered. And I'll be drinking an important potion, just running to the desert. So if you want to follow along, just pay slight attention and you'll be alright. Now once you get to here, you should see that card over there, and that will be a marker. But over here, spawn Carnus tools. These little things spawn all around these pillars, and also spawn over to the town. If you need to get to safety, the town is basically diagonal from that cart, and you get over here. And once you register this location, well, you'll know how to get over here. You register this location, register it. You might need it. A Carnus tool spawns there, behind the golem, one right here, and two back there. Now, there's a bunch of things you need to know here, but the most you need to know is there's a brewing stand here, a healer, and that's pretty much it. And we'll be revisiting this area in a little bit, but once you've got your Carnus tools, I would recommend just simply teleporting back to Caldera. It's not worth the trouble to go back, unless you have an important potion and don't want to waste money since you already have a potion. Then you can walk back, but once you've got your 33 Everthristle and the ingredient of your choice, chaotic or orderly, you head over here and use the same recipe, but interchange the Carnus tool or the Cryostems. 3 Everthristle in here, and 1 Cryostem or Carnus tool, and then you will either get Heart Soothing or Heartbreaking potions. Heartbreaking obviously for chaotic, and the other one for orderly. You drink all 11. Make sure not to drink them all at once. Stay at the doctor, drink like 6, and then heal and drink 6 again. Now, once you're finished with that, you head over here, and this guy here should have a quest for you. For me, I don't think I've completed it, but when you talk to him, he'll say yada yada, this and that. You say what's going on. He'll ask you to get him a potion, and then you just say, yeah, I can get that for you. Now, if you want orderly, what you'll have to do is get 1 Everthristle and 1 slime chunk, put it in here, and you will get a health potion. A small health potion, which is what he's asking for. You go over here, you hold it out, and you give it to him. That will give you orderly. Now, if you wish to get chaotic, and this is the easiest way, just go over here, buy 1 abhorrent elixir, go back to him, and give it to him. It really, any real potion other than the health one counts, but this is the easiest. Since it's right there, you can just go over and give him that. Now, there's another quest for each that you need to do, both for orderly and chaotic. I'll be showing you both. This guy over here is for orderly. So you talk to him, he'll tell you, oh, this package needs to be delivered, yada yada. And then he'll tell you, just head over to the desert and deliver this for me. Since I've already shown you how to get to the desert town, I don't feel it necessary to show you again, so I'll just teleport there. If we go to the desert, the guy you need to deliver to is the guy leaning on the wall here, and he'll give you all the orderly you need to actually get your class. Now, for the other one that isn't orderly, it's not in the desert. It is in the Deeproot Canopy, which is at the moment the hardest area in the game. So I very much recommend having an abhorrent potion on hand, or abhorrent elixir, because you do not want to get an encounter there, unless you know you can take them on, because they are extremely tough. Now, follow exactly where I'm going, and I'll tell you. Well, you'll see when we get to the actual area that you need to go to for the quest. You don't need to take anything here. You're not missing anything. You just need to get there and do a certain action. So, I'll be speeding this up, so follow along. And small lag spikes are normal here when you first enter. I don't know what it is, probably configuration of the game being a little wonky. So don't worry about that, it's not on you. But once you get to here, you should see that golem, the familiar golem of the cart. And from here on, that hand and this golem, it is pretty much a safe spot. So you register this, and then you go up this giant hand here, and you follow it all the way to the Deeproot Canopy over here. Now once you're here, you'll need to just go past them and just go up this vent by jumping. Get up here, and then once you're up here, well, obviously there's paths and everything like that, but you go forward, and if you wish to buy items, they're right over there, the weapons and shit. But for the quest, you go here, and you see this innocent-looking guy, just chilling on the ledge. I'm gonna need you to push him clean off, end his life. Yeah, you gotta end an innocent man's life. How do you feel about it? Anyway, once you do that, you'll have enough chaotic to complete any superclass you want. Now, superclasses have a requirement from level 15 to level 23, and each, I think, 2 or 3 levels between that give you a skill. They are far more expensive than the regular classes, costing upwards of 750 for the neutral ones. And I didn't forget to mention that there is neutral superclasses. They're just a bit more expensive and sometimes a bit worse, in some cases anyway. But the orderly and chaotic ones, due to their increased difficulty, have only 400 per skill requirement, so they're almost half the price. So yeah, now I'll be showing you everything you need to know about superclasses. Well, I'll show you the basics for now. I'll be heading over to the desert to show you a bunch of locations. So, we head over to the desert, as I've shown you before. Once you get to the desert already, there is a few locations here. One being the Paladin, the orderly sword, aka the tankiest class in the game. This is often well paired with the obtainable slime race, or as you see, the dragon race that can heal. Here is nothing, but here is the class I use, Rogue. Rogue is often used for luck-based attacks, and it is very good for loot farming. And it is used in the build I'll be showcasing to you that can get tens of thousands of gold in mere minutes in the starter area. It's incredible. And what you need to know about superclasses is that once you actually do unlock them, this thing will appear. I'd like to learn more about myself. Once you learn a superclass, you will get the chance to upgrade it, which I haven't done yet, and I'll be doing that now. You will get mastery points through committing certain actions. I'll be closing this for now, or not. Basically, these are paths. How these paths work: killing enemies gives you mastery points. These mastery points can be used to unlock, well, pretty much everything you need. You just go through here, unlock them, but you will hit bottlenecks, such as right here, breakthrough points. How you get breakthrough points is facing the raid boss, Metrom's Vessel, and getting echo shards. And most people cannot do that, including myself. So what I recommend for you to do is pretty much just trade for it. Fight lower level bosses, which I'll be showing you later, and get the breakthrough points and get the path that you want. And fighting bosses, and the stronger the mobs you fight, the more mastery points you will gain. As you see, I have had 31, which I haven't used. But there's the Paladin, there is the neutral thief class, and there's 2 more you need to know. Over here is the trainer for the Elementalist, which is the orderly class for mage, and widely regarded as the best DPS class in the game. Be warned though, it is a bit one-sided. It's pretty much just DPS. And I also forgot to mention, these things are next to trainers. They're the superclass armors, respective to them. I would suggest you look through armors on the Trello. Some armors that are for the superclass you want might not benefit your playstyle the most. In most cases they will, but in some cases they do not. Now, over here, from the back of the village, there's a big spine, or a skeleton. And as you can see up there, for a slide a bit, there is the Saint, okay, the Orderly Spear, aka basically the support healer of the game. They heal the fuck out of you. This is all, pretty much every healer is a Saint. It is the Orderly Spear class. Now that we've got that over with, I'll be showing you everything in the forest. And the first one is actually very close from the cart. You just go over here, and you will see that ruined little I guess, churchish looking thing. And right over there on the wall is the Hexer trainer. Hexer is the neutral mage class, and it basically, as the name suggests, is just a debuff supportive mage class, which is actually pretty overpowered if you want to play support and debuff the enemy. If you have a good team you can rely on, Hexer is one of the best classes in my opinion. But for now, I'll move on. Class for Brawler, the neutrals superclass for the martial artist, and it's pretty much the strongest version of, for DPS anyway, for the martial artist, and that's the armor there is as well. Now I'll be showing you the two superclasses I skipped over when getting the cryostem. Here, just go up here, and over on the side here is the neutral swordsman trainer, and he teaches Blade Dancer, the dual wielding style for swords, which is a pretty overall well balanced class and can be used in higher level play as well. Lancer, this is the Lancer superclass trainer, the neutral superclass for spear, and I think it's like a hybrid of defense and damage. It's able to wield a shield as well, a shield as well as a spear. And it is pretty viable in my opinion. All superclasses are viable, just some are a bit better than the others. However, the chaotic ones are, how do we say this? A bit more difficult to get. So I would recommend holding out. Oh, my bad. Let me just I'll skip to where I'm at the town again, and I'll be showing you all the locations that there is in the Deeproot Canopy. Once you're back at the town, there's another thing I need to tell you. Basically, if the chat here goes that the sky has been corrupted or etc, then that means that every mob in the area has been strengthened. This does not apply to the starter area unless you've logged and rejoined, in which case they will be corrupted. It does not affect the spawn area in difficulty, but however, if the sky turns purple, and it is indicated also by the server age here up there, the server age will also turn purple. That means that in the first area, you get a temporary limit break of loot, which means that instead of just tier 1 equipment, like, for example, Necklace of Speed, there's a chance you can also obtain Necklace of Haste, Ring of Haste, etc. Basically, the loot is buffed, but the starter area is not affected. However, I would be careful going in other areas when they're corrupted, because they become almost twice as strong and deal 50% more damage, and they are more resistant. And so I would not recommend ever going into an area unprepared, corrupted. Even a max level, you could easily be taken out by a fucking sand golem. They are incredibly strong. Now I'll be showing you all the locations you need to know in the Darkroot Canopy, and this is pretty dangerous, and I do mean you'll be going through some parkours and whatnot, so I'll be showing you what to get before going there as a preparation. So I'll just be teleporting to the Deeproot Canopy since I've already shown you how to get there. Now once you're at the Deeproot Canopy here, or the Westwood Heart, what I would recommend for you to do is just go over here, past the guy you pushed off like a dickhead, and just go into this building right here, where I'll also be showing you what this is later. But for now, all you need to know is buy the fuck out of medium health potions before you go anywhere near Berserker or Necromancer, because that is full of fucking instant death pits. And if you fall in once, you will pretty much be put at 1 HP, and if you do not have a potion, you might be soft locked out of getting into it. Now, or out of it. Now, from the Westward Canopy, there is one superclass here. Actually, there's a bunch of superclasses here. One would be right over here, which is the Orderly class for Thief, which is the Ranger. This right here basically is the Vernon Archer teacher. He will teach you how to be an archer, whatnot. And yeah, it's 400 per. I've already explained that, so there's no need to. I'll be going down over here now, back to where you actually go down. And over here is the trainer for the chaotic spear class, the Impaler. Basically, the vampire dual-wielding spear guy. It's pretty good, but it was heavily nerfed, so it's up to you to decide if you want that or not. Check out what it looks like on the Trello. If you like it, go it. If not, I don't really know. But from here, you just go down here. Go back here, and the Assassin trainer will just be waiting right here for you. And yeah, you can just talk to them, get your stuff. This, by the way, is Linus ore, which is the third ore you will need for most superclass armors. It's over there as well, back there, over here, down there. So if you need it, this is also the location for Linus ore. Now I'll be showing you the other ones. The Necromancer and the Berserker are in one spot, but they're equally horrible. You go back over here. From the entrance, you go right, and then over here, and you go inside here. Now, why this place is considered horrible by most, and by most I mean fucking everybody, because I don't know a single person who would willingly go in here happily. What? Well, you just need to go down here. And at the start, there's no really issues. You can just run forward until you meet 1, 2, and 3rd mushroom. Now from here, I would suggest walking. And you'll see this. Just jump across, regular roblox parkour. You just jump across. Be careful because there is a lot of holes, and you don't want to accidentally fall in it. Now, depending on which path you want to go, you go either right or left. I'll be going left because I'm trying to show you guys the Berserker location. You just run forward, 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 until there is a turn here. You also run forward, 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 until there is also another turn. And at these mushrooms here, you will meet the parkour. You jump over here, and right down there you'll see a little faint sign of a thing. You jump down there, jump right here, or don't jump actually. But as you see right there, you don't run and jump here. You do this, and right over there. I don't think you can see it, but you can just jump across here, no issues. Now from here, I know it's a bit scary, but just face this way, run, and dash. And you will be at the Berserker trainer. And you can buy the weapon here, talk to him, get whatever you need. And yeah, there's the armor, and just go back up through here. It'll put you at the start of the parkour. Getting out is simple as hell. Just follow what I'm doing, or just retrace your steps. It's not that difficult. Now, once you see it should be the end of the wall here. Yes, right here. If you go this way, however, this is where the Necromancer is. Just haul ass down here. Once you see the first Linus ore, second one, turn. And now you're at the location for the Necro parkour, which is honestly much worse. You jump across here, jump across here, jump across here. Go here, and you meet the most miserable parkour in your life. Yep. And as you see, you fall down, 1 heart. You are on literally 1 HP. And if you don't have a potion or an important elixir to get out of here afterwards, you are, in the best terms, soft lock. Now, if you are a speed build and, well, you fly across it, you can just disable movement buffs. It makes it much easier for me, for example, to do this. Because with the movement buffs, it's a bit awkward for me. But without them, this is pretty light work. Never fucking mind. This might take a few tries, so I'll be speeding it up until I finish. You just jump across here with the dash if you want to. Jump across there, and then just skip this by jumping over, and boom. Necromancer spot. Talk to him. Yip, and you're just out of here. Now, through here. Pour an elixir immediately. Not trying to get jumped. And you go through over here for the Darkwraith. For the Darkwraith, it's pretty horrid. I'm not gonna lie. In most cases, I don't buy that weird pillar thing because I take the other type of advice. This guy can give you like a pretty free time to get through it, but my advice is just to run like hell, have a potion in hand. If your screen turns purple like that, pop a potion, keep moving. Once you get out of the purple zone when you take damage, pop a potion, keep moving. Go down here, as you see right here. I got clapped by a thing almost. Run through here, run through here. And once you get through to here, here is the Void Mother, or whatever the fuck her name is. What is your name anyway? Mother of Dark. You talk to them, you can become a Darkwraith. I think they're called. The chaotic class for the Fist, which is I think like a magical summoning wizard-based Fist class, which I don't really see the point of. It was pretty harshly nerfed, but that is all the locations for these classes, and I'll be resetting back to town to continue with the most important things. So be right back when that's done. All right, now that I'm back in town, I will be showing you all of the subclasses you need to get. And let's start with the easiest one, being Beastmaster. You go through here, the hut over there. You go to that hut. To Dullahan. And this guy will request some things from you. At first, he'll request a mushroom cap and some gold, a sand core and some gold, and then he'll also request a restless fragment and then some gold, which is mostly gone through here. The mushroom enemy from here, and the sand storm and the sand elemental from over in the desert. And with that, he'll give you all of the things required for this. And I actually have Beastmaster on here, as you can see, subclass Beastmaster. What it does is give you the sneak ability, which, when used, you basically sneak and are undetectable by monsters. But be aware, you can die by this, and all I will say is that you tripped. The bestiary, however, is a bit different. As you can see here, I have a bunch of these marked, and what marking them means is killing them with the skill over here known as, let me show you, Mark. And if you kill them with Mark, what it does is basically just mark it in your bestiary. You can see their weaknesses and what they take damage from and whatnot. And if you do mark them, they also have a higher drop rate of items, which is why Beastmaster goes well with Rogue. Because Rogue is a full luck class, gives you more loot drops. Combined with Beastmaster, you are pretty much just never going to fucking run out of luck. Like, every mob will drop like at least 3 to 4 items. Pretty much a guaranteed amount of it. And that is the first one. The second one is in the Deeproot Canopy. So I'll be showing you that now. Now, once you're at the Deeproot Canopy, you'll just go through the middle here. Take a left turn. Go past the dude you pushed off mercilessly. And just arrive right here. And through here you'll meet the Alchemist Trainer, which will request 3 things from you in stages. And before that, I'd like to go over what it's good for. Alchemist is a mostly combat-based subclass. It has the ability to inflict random debuffs on the enemy via a move, and also gains the ability to sell potion ingredients, potions, and can also summon a cauldron, as well as just have higher toxicity resistance to potions. Now, what she will request from you is a small health potion at first, 1 Everthristle and 1 slime chunk makes that. In the second request, she will request a Ferrus skin potion, which would require 2 Carnostool, 1 sand core, and 1 mushroom cap. And for the last one, she is going to require 2 Deeproot, 1 hightail, and 1 haste chunk, all gotten from the enemies in here, in this area. But I would recommend waiting for the merchant, which I will explain soon once it reaches an hour. This is recorded later because the alchemist thing corrupted, so that's why The clock and things are different. But that will be the 3 requests she will have, each for 200 gold. And the last request, she will have for just nothing. And she'll have basically no request. It will just be gold. You pay her, you get the last skill. And that's pretty much all you need to know about Alchemist. And now I'll be moving on to the Bard, which is in the desert. So I'll see y'all there. And once you're at the desert here, all you need to do is just go from to town, just straight over here. Just run through here, and you will see this little tavern here. You go inside. All of it is that you need to be level 35 for most of them. As you see, I have an enchant here. It's the little glowy thing you see. And that is called the Midas enchant, which I'll be explaining how to do right about now. You go to the starter location, the tavern I showed you before, or I told you about before. We're just gonna go over to the tavern really quickly. Go through here, and the NPC right here should be sat right here. I already did this quest. She disappears when you do it once. She should be sat right here. And if you have defeated Yrthol, which is the first boss that I'll be showing his location to you in a bit, if you have defeated him and then talk to her and sell approximately the amount of money amount of items you need to get 200 or 25,000 money, she'll be like, "Oh, you like that, huh?" And she basically just gives you the Midas enchant, which gives you extra gold and extra damage sometimes. Depends on chance. And that's the first enchant. The second enchant is a very unique one, which also correlates to Yrthol, and I'll be showing you where that is now. It's actually straight from the desert, and it is called the Infernal enchant, because it only requires level 25, unlike this one, and there is no defeat boss requirement, or a crazy rare item, like the Reaper enchant, which is pretty ass, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't recommend anyone get Reaper. It's an extremely difficult thing to get, and simply not worth it in my opinion. But from here on, you'll need to just pop a potion. Or I will pop a potion, you don't really need to, but I'll speed it up until we get to the Yrthol place. Now this is the Yrthol place. If you want to get to Yrthol, you just go through here. Beware, the fucking second you step into this bridge right here, you'll be bombarded with enemies. This is a safe spot. You will not get any encounters, but the second you step on that bridge to try to get across, you will get bombarded by very strong enemies. And on top of that, your post-encounter shield works fuck all. It will disappear almost immediately the second the encounter ends, so getting through here is pretty annoying. But we're not going through that right now. We're going through over here. Kind of a bit of a troll on the dev part. I don't know how people even found this. You go through here, and you go talk to this motherfucker. I always do. I don't know if it's a requirement or not. It's just like something I do. But basically, I'm gonna just disable movement buffs, and you do this parkour. It's not a very fun parkour in my opinion, but just do this. This collapses, as you can see. It collapses if you're not quick enough. But you just jump through here. Do this, but this one rotates. It's pretty annoying in my opinion, but it is what it is. This one also collapses, so watch out. And I screwed up there. But as you can see, when you get to the end, that's pretty much all you need to know. I've gotten all the major parts. This one collapses right over there, and the one back there, and some rotate. The rotating ones are obvious, but I've shown you the ones that collapse, so I'm not going to be actually doing this, because that's a waste of time. But yeah, that gives you the Infernal enchant. You talk to the fire at the end, they'll teleport you back here, and you'll have the Infernal enchant. And that is 12 of the 3 enchants, and I'll be showing you the other ones in a moment. I cannot show you the Reaper right now, since my luck dictates that I never get a lineage shard, which is gotten from the boss, or pretty much any boss is a rare drop. And One of them is Yotul. I've been farming him for a while for this video, but frankly it's been taking too long. I've killed him too much, and I've got no lineage shard. But I will be giving away a Dragonbone Spear and a Dragonbone Sword to whoever needs it. Now, once it's almost, well, time, in all chat you'll see something pretty cool. At exactly 1 hour, the sky should corrupt, which I'll be waiting for here. I'll speed it up. And there you go. The skies are corrupted, and in a second this will turn purple, indicating that, well, the skies are corrupted. And this guy will appear in town. He appears randomly throughout the town, so you can just look around. You'll find him. And he has, like, as you can see, I've bought the invisibility potion that I've mentioned before from him always. And he sells just random shit. Actually, I'll buy this for my friend since he's been needing it. But yeah, he sells a bunch of stuff. He has limited stock though, so if you want something, I would suggest you get it quickly. And he is very useful. But that's pretty much all. And I cannot show you any more enchants, sadly. I can give you rough information, but there are videos on that are better than me. I'm recently new to the game, so I haven't gotten all of the enchants. For DPS, I mostly just use Midas and Infernal, so I don't really go the other ones. I'll be referring some videos in the description for each respective enchant. Infernal, Life Song, not Infernal, Life Song, Reaper, and Cursed. And since I simply have the inability to get them, I cannot show you them. So I'll be referring to them in the description. And thank you to whoever made those guides. You are helpful right now. Very, very, very helpful. But there is something I also need to show before this is all done, and that is covenants. And I'll be showing you the first covenant, being Way of Blades and all of its perks and what you need to know. It is situated in the desert, so we head over here. Go. You don't get any counters here, just letting you know. You go through here and bam. Sanctuary of Blades. You jump down here, you talk to this dude, he'll register you to the Sanctuary of Blade or Way of Blades Covenant. You go here to donate money or take requests to complete, and here are the requirements to pretty much everything, request wise and whatnot. And here are all of the perks. As you can see, it's a pretty hefty amount of perks, but it's also a hefty amount of money, which is why I'll be showcasing this rogue build in a later video, how to get it right, how to get it perfect, and everything in between. But that is the Covenant of Blades. Now I'll be showing you the Covenant of Life, or Way of Life, rather. So I'll be meeting you at the Deeproot Canopy, so see you there. So once you're here, you're just gonna go down the normal path here to the middle. Go over here. Just go here, and instead of going around to get to the ranger class, you just go down here, talk to them, and they will initiate you into the Way of Life. And how you level up the Way of Life is pretty simple. You just brew potions once you're initiated, and the simplicity of the potion determines if you get a mossy rune from it or not. And mossy runes are basically like currency. To max out, you need around this much per tier, as you can see on screen. They'll be all shown, and here are all the perks as well. And you need, I think in total 225 it was. And once you do that, you get all the perks, and well, yeah, you max out Way of Life. And simple potions such as the healing potion only have a 33% chance to produce a mossy rune, which is the lowest percentile. So if you make more complicated potions like the Ferrus skin potion, I'm pretty sure it gets up to like 70-80%, or maybe even guaranteed. I don't really know, but that's all for Way of Life. So yeah, and that will be all for this starting to ultimate guide. Pretty much everything you need to know to get actually advanced in the game by yourself. However, However, I'll be expanding on pretty much everything here on the advanced guides I'll be making, like how to make an incredible amount of money, how to grind soul points efficiently, which will come out in separate videos. So if you want to learn those, just watch out for those videos. Turn the notification on. Turn the notifications on. Subscribe. Leave a like. Join my Discord. Please, I'm begging. I need subs, bro. I'm almost at 1,000. Come on now. Now, I thank you for all of this, but I hope you don't forget one thing though. That you a pussy ass